The day I was arrested, I just couldn't believe what I was going through.
When the police told me what they told me, the first thing went through my mind is they playing with me.
Some detectives came talking about they want to talk to me, and I told them there's really nothing for us to talk about because I don't know anything about nothing.
They start crying when they see me because they knew I was supposed to be in the prison for the rest of my natural life.
Actually, when it really hit home was when I went for my first arraignment. You know, hearing a judge saying you're being charged with attempted murder. Hearing a judge say your bail is at $2 million. That's when it really hits you like, wait a minute, something's wrong here.
They found me guilty on a could have.
No, he sentenced the wrong person, 16 years for nothing.
I couldn't even believe that they found me guilty because they didn't have nothing to even go on.
The judge told me, he said, Mr. Atkins, I don't want to start by telling you how much a very despicable human being that I think you are, and I have no choice but to give you the maximum sentence prescribed by law, which is 32 years of life in prison.
How is it possible for the justice system to allow this to happen? You know, being all the evidence that was at stake, all the evidence that was in their hands.
I was already handcuffed, so after the sentence, the bailiff just walked me out, walked me and put me in a holding tank. I thought about the whole situation. I mean, I cried a little bit because I was hurt, and at that moment it was like, I'm finna go away for a lot of years, possibly even the rest of my life.
You know how the guy from the Green Mile felt when he was taking that last walk going down that hallway? That's how I felt because I knew right then my life was over.
Seeing your kids cry in front of you for something that you know for a fact you didn't do, it's pretty hard to take.
They picked me up, put handcuffs on me, and just put me into a cold cell.
You try to say, is this being for real? Is it really happening? You come to realize that it did happen. It just happened. It's like they just closed every single door in front of you and put you in a box that there's no way out of it.
The time was hard to adjust to a crime that I didn't commit, that I was going to stay in prison for the rest of my life. Yes, it was hard.
I never adjusted to prison. I've never been locked up before, so I didn't adjust to prison. I had to maintain to live.
It was times that I didn't call home for like a year and a half, 2 years, because, it hurts so much when you talk to them and you can't be there with them.
That's why I told people, don't write me. I don't want to see you. I don't want no visits because it hurts me looking at them through a plexiglass. I can't touch them or nothing.
It's just painful. Painful day in, day out, day in, day out. Watching your kids grow up through pictures, seeing them through glass windows, being able to speak to them maybe once a week over the phone. You're not able to be there when a 5-year-old and a 6-year-old need you the most.
At first I was blaming everybody when I first got locked up. To me, everybody was plotting on me.
I blamed the justice system because it wronged me, to the point to where, yes, I blamed them.
I blame the parties that was involved by not doing their jobs.
You can't literally sit there and point a finger at a certain individual or a group of people. The system failed. The system failed not just me, it failed my family, it failed my kids.
My greatest hope was to, one day that the truth would come out and I would be able to get my life back.
You throw the question out into the air and expect to get an answer. I didn't get the answer till almost 10 years later. Appeal granted. The smell of freedom, the taste of freedom, I was released from Chino State Prison at 11 o'clock in the morning. You could say it's one of the happiest moments of my life.
When I got out of prison, it was like they just kicked me out on the streets. You know, if you go to prison for something that you have done and they parole you, they give you at least $200 gate money. Now, I went to prison for something that I didn't do, and I was found innocent and released. I didn't get a dime.
And you know, when I tell them my story, ma'am, sir, I've been locked up for almost 13 years for a crime I didn't commit. I don't have nothing. Can you help me out?
I looked for a job as soon as I got out. I mean, 2 days after my release, I was out there looking for a job. And it was hard.
Because when we get out, don't nobody want to hire us. We murderers. We're rapists. We child molesters. Who want to hire a guy with that kind of criminal background?
Everywhere I go, they tell me the same thing. Well, I can't get no credit. Not be able to get a job. Not being able to get an apartment. It's a lot of things I can't get right now because I've been locked up all these years, man. Who knows what I would have done? Who knows what I would have been?
I lost 23 years for a crime that I didn't commit. Anytime we lock somebody up for something that they didn't do and we basically destroy their life, the compensation process is put in place for that. And so to deny me or any other individual compensation after that injustice has took place is another injustice in itself.
If I died today, I would not be able to bury myself. I have no insurance. I'm just out here to survive for myself at this moment the best way I can.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I would rather have the 13 years they took from me instead of being compensated. Because you never know what I could have been in them 13 years that I spent in prison.
I see compensation will change my life a lot because it's a lot of things I need to do right now. And only with money can you do it.
There's no price tag on the compensation. You know, they can't say it's $100 a day. It's a number they put out there. But is that what really a day of your life is worth, $100? You know, is a day of not showing up to your son's soccer game worth $100? Is a day not being able to bury your dad worth $100?